Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, man, y'all do not know how excited I am. Tomorrow, September 28th, we got unification. Errol the True Spence Jr. versus Showtime Shawn Porter. It is finally here. Los Angeles Staples Center, pay-per-view. I'm amped, man. I'm amped. We gonna get to this, man. And usually when I do fight predictions, when we have a big pay-per-view fight prediction, I usually call up a few homies and put them on the channel and let them give their predictions, and then I give mine in the end. However, for this particular fight, I really felt like out of everybody that I called, like 99.9998% of the people that I called probably going to be picking Errol Spence Jr. to win. So I'm like, there's really no fun in that. So I'll just give you my take on it, give you my final fight prediction and how I think the fight's going to play out. So we got Errol Spence. He's standing at about 5'9", has a 72-inch reach. Then you have Shawn Porter at about 5'7", with a 69-inch reach. So obviously that's the first thing that jumps out. Errol Spence is obviously the bigger, stronger fighter. Well, I really wouldn't even say stronger. I don't know about stronger. Shawn Porter, he's a very physical guy. He's a very strong guy. Shawn Porter is a tremendous athlete. He was a football player. So I don't really know about stronger. They may be neck and neck in that department. However, it's clearly Errol Spence is the bigger man. He is the bigger man. And he's gonna outweigh Shawn Porter come the day of the fight after they rehydrate tomorrow. So with that reach advantage, I think Errol Spence is gonna really try to establish the distance and utilize the jab against Shawn Porter. I think the jab is going to be a key neutralizer for Errol Spence when it comes to Shawn Porter, because of that reach. Now, let me say, Shawn Porter, he's been wanting to show that he can box. He tried to show it against Yordenis Ugas. He tried to show it against Danny Garcia. That's cool and all. However, for Shawn to be successful in this fight, I think he's going to need to show that boxing ability. But more than that, he's going to need to bring that dog that we're used to seeing in Shawn Porter. The dog that comes forward, the dog that presses forward, the dog that makes the fight rough and rugged. You try to outbox Errol Spence for 12 rounds, Shawn Porter's going to get knocked out. Period. He's going to have to get past Errol Spence's jab, get on the inside, and make this a rough and rugged fight. He's going to have to make Errol Spence uncomfortable for 12 rounds to win this fight. Now, for Errol Spence, I think, obviously, he's the more skillful fighter. He's the more talented fighter. He has the better ring IQ. He does not have the experience that Shawn Porter has, but overall, I think he is a better fighter. And I think with that being said, that is going to be that's going to play a huge factor in this fight, and that's what's going to see Errol Spence having some success in this fight. I remember Shawn Porter saying, he asked Errol Spence, "What are you going to do when I cut you?" Before Shawn asked Errol that question, I remember in one of my previous videos, I said that we are going to see Errol Spence in a place he's never been before in his professional career. I said we're going to see Errol Spence bleed in this fight. Now, I don't know if he's going to bleed because of a punch. I don't know if he's going to bleed because of a headbutt or an elbow. Because, people say Shawn Porter's a dirty fighter. But I feel like Shawn Porter is a rough and rugged fighter. He's going to make this a very uncomfortable fight. And I think we're going to see Errol Spence Jr. bleed in this fight. I said that before Shawn Porter asked Errol Spence, "What are you going to do when I cut you?" Now, when he asked him that, A lot of people took that as Shawn Porter is already letting him know he's intentionally gonna be dirty. He's intentionally gonna try to headbutt him or elbow him or hit him with the forearm. I did not see that as Shawn Porter coming off as foul play. I look at it as Shawn Porter asking Errol Spence, when I am landing clean shots and I cut you from a punch, because obviously we just seen Tyson Fury versus Otto Wallin when Tyson Fury suffered 2 cuts above his eye. Blood was pouring out everywhere, and those cuts came from punches. Nothing dirty. Those cuts came from a punch. In a situation like that, Shawn Porter is asking Errol Spence, you've never been in that type of situation before. What are you going to do when that happens? I think something like that is going to give Shawn Porter a great chance to win this fight. We've never seen Errol Spence in one of those kind of battles. And like I've been saying, this is going to be a fight that we see a different side of Errol Spence, because he has never had to dig as deep as he's going to have to dig tomorrow night. However, he has the skill set. He is the more technical fighter. He is the more skilled and talented fighter. His body punches, crazy. So with that being said, for this fight tomorrow night, I have put my money on, and yes, I already made my bet with Vegas. I put my money on Showtime Shawn Porter. There you have it. I think this fight is going to be too close to be a unanimous decision. And I think this fight is not going to be that far apart to be a split decision. I don't see either one of them knocking each other out. You know, they've been talking about the knockouts. I don't see Shawn Porter hitting the canvas. If he does, he's going to get up. I don't see Errol Spence hitting the canvas. If he does, he's going to get up. I don't see any fighter losing to a 10 count. Now, we could see ourselves in a situation where Errol Spence he's gotten comfortable and he's outboxing Shawn Porter, and Shawn Porter's taking too many shots and Kenny throws in the towel. That's going to be crazy to see if that happens. But I don't see either fighter losing to a 10 count. So, like I was saying, that leaves me with a decision on this fight. I think this fight is not going to be as wide as people think it is going to be. So therefore, I don't see a unanimous decision. And I don't think this fight is going to be close enough to where there's going to be a split decision. So the only thing that's left is I see one referee scoring the fight in the favor of Errol Spence Jr. I see another referee scoring the fight a tie, a split. He's going to have it even. And then I see the third judge in what we're going to have as a majority decision win for the new IBF and WBC welterweight champion of the world, Errol the True Spence Jr. Now, if I just confused you, yes, I said I put my money on Shawn Porter. But I think Errol Spence is going to win a majority decision. I really believe Errol Spence in the later rounds, he's going to start to break down Shawn Porter. He's going to start to break down Shawn Porter. However, if you think Errol Spence is going to win, King, why are you putting money on Shawn Porter? Well, it was just a little bit. You know, it was just a little bit of money. The odds in Vegas they have the odds in Vegas. They have Errol Spence a huge favorite in Vegas, and I don't see Errol Spence being that big of a favorite in this fight. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I think this fight is going to be a lot closer than what a lot of people think. A lot of people think Errol is going to get Shawn out of there early. A lot of people think Errol is going to win a unanimous decision. I think this fight is going to be a lot closer than what people are giving Shawn Porter credit for. And because of that, I made a small bet now on Shawn Porter just because of the odds. I think he has that chance. He has that fighter's chance to win this fight. So I would recommend anybody, if you have $20, $25, $30, $100, whatever kind of money that you have that you could give away and you're not going to realize that it's gone, I'd put that on Shawn Porter. Although I feel like Errol Spence is going to win this fight by majority decision. Because if you bet $100 on Shawn Porter and Shawn Porter mess around and wins this fight, you get $500. You win $500. You have to bet $800 on Errol Spence just to win $100. That's how big of a favorite they have Errol Spence in this fight, and I don't think it's that big of a margin. So therefore, I put a small amount of money on Shawn Porter. But I think Errol Spence Jr., he gets the job done. He becomes the unified welterweight champion, WBC, WBC, IBF welterweight champion of the world. I just can't wait till tomorrow. It has to hurry up and get here. Until next time, KING, and I'm gone.